That's right. That is right. All right, let's dive in though. We have 4 games in the college football slate this upcoming weekend that we are going to pick from. Again, not the strongest slate. We will save the biggest for last, and we'll get to that here in a second. But we will start Saturday, 3:30 Eastern time on Fox. And if you need to know what the college football slate looks like this weekend, this is a 3:30 game on one of the big 4 networks in college football. It is Conference USA's Delaware bringing their 1-0 record to Boulder against the 0-1 Colorado Buffalo, who are a 23.5-point home favorite. Your over-under on this one is 50.5. EJ, we'll go to you first.
Sexy game, isn't it?
Look,
there's no doubt Colorado wins it. Yeah, there's no doubt Colorado wins this game, but that's a lot of points. Even for I know Colorado, was in that game. I think it lost to Georgia Tech, but that's a lot of points, man. Give me Delaware in the points. Colorado wins, but give me Delaware in the points, and I'll take it under.
All right, Sean.
Yeah, I mean, you have a tale of two teams here. Obviously, Colorado not representing Conference USA. Going to be a big favorite here. But, I mean, the big story for me is Colorado's offensive struggles in week 1. It looked kind of scattered, looked out of sync. Can they tune that up in a week? Sure. I feel like the matchup with Delaware kind of is the tune-up, and I think it's going to take a little bit to get it going. But defensively, they gave up a ton of rushing yards too. So Delaware has a quarterback that can move. He rushed for just over 50 yards, I think, in week 1. So I like him to attack the defense. And because of that, I think it's going to limit some of Colorado's scoring ability, and it's going to keep their offense off the field. So I'm going to go with EJ. I hate saying it, but I'm going to go with EJ. I think Delaware covers that 23.5. That's a lot.
I hate. Listen.
Oh, you're
listen,
replaying what he said. Okay.
I hate.
Yeah.
I know.
That's what he sounded like.
My double speak. I hate agree with me too. I get it. I totally get it, brother.
Yeah.
Other brother.
But not only am I going to agree with you on the cover, I'm also going to agree with you on the under because Delaware is going to try to attack the run, and because I think Colorado is going to struggle, I think they have a hard time hitting 50.5.
Exactly. Why put 2 toes in? You put all 5 in. You know what I'm saying? There you go. Good job.
Off the fast start. Toes?
Okay. Feet, whatever.
Don't.
Well, I said feet because Big Jim loves feet. We know this already.
You're monsters, just like the 3-count guys. All right. Yeah, no.
I'd like to put one of my feet right now.
Colorado's going to get a bounce-back win, as sad as that might have to be, but that's where we are at this point of the year. But, yeah, I'm kind of with you guys. I think Delaware is going to try to do as much as they can to keep a high-powered or high-energy offense off the field. So I'm definitely going to go the under. The 23.5 feels like a lot of points for a team that did not look exactly the same as they did a year ago. So, yeah, I'm going to take Delaware to cover, and I will take the under as well. Devin has Maryland and Delaware, so just covering 2/3 of the Delmarva there. All right, next one, Saturday, 4 o'clock Eastern time on ESPNU. And I had to double check this to make sure it was an actual road game for the West Virginia Mountaineers. They take a 1-0 record and a 3-point road favorite to Ohio. No, not the Buckeyes, the Bobcats, who are 0-1. Your over-under on this one is 59.5, EJ.
Wow, I tell you, college football, they really exhausted all the good games in week 1 because, like, what the hell are we doing here, man? Seriously. All right, that being said, take a West Virginia to win this one, and they'll cover, and I'll take also an under. That's a lot of points there. Wow.
So that is a lot of points. Sean?
I think both teams showed me they can move the ball from what I saw from week 1. This should be kind of a West Virginia show, but I think Ohio just trails along behind, just can't quite close the gap. So I'm going to take West Virginia to cover 3. I think they're going to win by about a touchdown, and I think it's just enough back and forth. We're going to hit just over somewhere around that 61 mark. So I wouldn't bet it, but I'm going to predict it.
So in this house, we do not like Rich Rodriguez. We're not a Rich Rod house.
I don't think they like him in Rich Rodriguez's
Well,
house.
probably not, but especially not in this house.
Allegedly,
what he did to the University of Michigan. So I'm going upset The Ohio Bobcats shock the world. Okay, probably not that shocking, but they beat the West Virginia Mountaineers. I will take a slight over in this one. Slight. All right, next one, Saturday, 7 o'clock Eastern time on ESPN Plus. Now, I will be 100% honest. I wanted to fit Mikey's Coastal Carolina Chanticleers into this game, but they're playing a FCS school, so there's no betting odds on the game. So, Mike, I tried. Go Chance. But we have to go. We settled with this one. The 1-0 Houston is a 12.5-point road favorite at 1-0 Rice. You're over or under on this game, 38.5. EJ.
It's weird seeing a Houston team that is known historically for their offenses, be in a game where the over under is 3.5. That being said, I'm going to take the Houston to cover 29 points and get the over as well too.
All right, very good, Sean.
Yeah, I'm this one just baffles me because I don't understand how two 1-0 teams meet. One is favored by almost 13 points, but the over-under is 38. Like, I'm trying to figure out. They just think Rice can't score.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I want to just on those two numbers. I want to touch this game with my money, but since we have to touch it with our brains, or at least just guess blindly, which I could be doing, you'd have no idea. I'm going to go ahead and take. I'm going to take Houston. I'm going to take Houston to cover the 12.5. I think they want you to think they can't, but I don't know. Houston, fresh off a trouncing of the Stephen F. Austin Lumberjacks. Let's go ahead. I don't even know who they played last week, but they were called the Lumberjacks. But anyway, give me them to beat Rice, and I'll take the over. 38.5. I can't take the under on that. I don't care who's playing.
Who the hell is this?
Yeah, Houston. I'm going to take them to cover as well. For no reason, then I picked a home underdog in the last game. And yeah, just week 2. Oh yeah, more times than not now you're going to start settling in even in week 2. So 38.5 feels like a very small number. So I will go the over in that one. Devin did have West Virginia in the last game. And then the big one, the only big one really of the entire week. Don't get me wrong, there's top 25 teams playing, but everything that's out there should be pretty much easy covers, dominating wins across the board. But this one going to be a good one in Norman. It is Saturday night, 7:30 Eastern time on ABC. It is the number 15 Michigan Wolverines. They are 1-0 after a win at home, taking on a team that also won at home last week, the number 18 Oklahoma Sooners. They are a 1.5-point home favorite. 46.5 is your over-under on this one. EJ.
I mean, obviously, game of the week. Also, hardest game to pick of the week as well, too, because both teams have a case to win this game. I'm going to go home here. I'm going to take Michigan to win this game outright, and I will take the over as well.
All right, very good.
Homer.
Sean.
One thing we learned about Michigan last week is that unlike last year, we have a quarterback in Ann Arbor.
That's right. Yes.
He can push the ball forward as well as backwards and sideways. So that's a step up. And the kid can move. I think Michigan's going to put some points up in this one. Unfortunately for you homers, I don't think they put up enough. I like Oklahoma here, mostly because as much as I know Michigan has a defense, and Michigan has a defense, they looked more susceptible last week, though, but against a slightly better opponent than Oklahoma played. Oklahoma played a weak opponent, and they made them look weaker than they even were. So I normally, former Big 12 teams, I don't trust their defense, but Oklahoma's ramping up. They're trying to make a name in the SEC, so I think they do it. I think they take down a Big 10 opponent this week, but I think it's back and forth, and I think that 46.5 number gets crushed. I'm going to take a substantial over on this one. That one I would probably put my money on.
Yeah, look, just because you leave the Big 12,
if I had money.
Just because you leave the Big 12 doesn't mean the Big 12 leaves you. Death, taxes, and the over. So definitely take the over on that one. Given what I saw of the Michigan offense, they certainly looked much flashier, although it doesn't get much duller than it did last year, and that's the God's honest truth. So much flashier than a year ago. Bryce Underwood looks like the real deal already. Definitely a week one, one of the many week one quarterback stories, most of them good. And so like what I saw out of them, Oklahoma, very gaudy numbers. Although I'm fairly certain for like 3 of those drives there was no opponent even on the field. So really hard to gauge what you're going to get out of this one. Norman can be a very difficult place to play. But I'm not sure, and we can call it Homer or whatever. We can call it Marge,
Homer,
whatever.
Marge.
I'm not ready to buy in that Oklahoma's actually turning the corner. Like to me, they still just feel like somewhere in that 6-6 to 8-4 range. And they're going to struggle to beat good teams. And I think Michigan is a good team. So I will take Michigan to cover. I will take them to win this game. But like I said, I will take that over as well. So Devin is taking the Michigan Wolverines as well. So
right, I'll stand on my Sooner Island.
There you go. That's fine. That is fine.
It's lonely here.
Mostly a unanimous.
But we have Conestoga wagons and muskets.
They do, but every
enough.
so often that
enough for
wagon
me.
does go down.
Just hope the wind doesn't pick up. They blow over.